see what usually my weather today is your weather tomorrow. So
that is true, because it kind of shifts across the country, right?
yep.
Well, make sure it's good. So thank you very much. Tomorrow looks great. Nice and warm. No shoveling tomorrow, Monica. All right, let's settle into ourselves this Monday. And whether you're brushing off the cars and settling into the snow, or you're nice and comfy in here, come completely to your body. Like, think of the edges of your body. Think of where you're protected by clothing or blankies, where you're protected by hair, versus the exposed parts. And settle into that. Settle into being inside of this nice protective bubble, that we're safe inside of the skin. And no matter what is happening, whether it's other people or the elements or words, someone else's energy, it can't permeate that bubble. But we can breathe freely. We can invite in what we want, but only what we choose. Settle into yourself, into your protection, one breath at a time. Breaths get longer each time you inhale, and more controlled on the exhale. Each breath is the only thing that matters. All I need to do is take one breath at a time. Be fully attentive to your breath for the next 3 rounds. Continue to stay with your natural breath, watching it move in and watching it leave. All the little things and all of the big things that you notice. And as you settle into this rhythm, this soothing of your own breath, I'm going to share a brief reading called Just for Now by Dana Faulds. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear on your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, Allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on the belly. Feel that breath. Feel the expanse of the body, the vibrations, the energy, the warmth of the body. Feel how you and your body breathe together. Inhale completely and exhale fully. Dip your head to your chest, chin reaching down, let the head be heavy. And then inhale, drag that chin up to the sky, let the head go back, be gentle on the neck. Open the mouth up nice and wide, open the eyes up wide. And then bring the chin back to neutral. Scrunch up the face, scrunch up the lips, the cheeks. Everything like you just sucked on a lemon. Pucker up lemon tight. And release in 3, 2, 1, release. And again, scrunch up everything in the face, everything in the chest, the hands, the arms, scrunch into the body, the back, and hold for 3, 2, 1, release. And one last time, squeeze the face, the trunk of the body, the pelvis, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze in through the legs, the knees, everything, hold the toes, squeeze, 3, 2, 1, release. Let everything go. Just be a sack of potatoes and feel the body. Feel it release, let go. And then lengthen yourself, whether you're sitting in the truck or you're sitting on the couch. Stretch your spine up as high as it can go, like someone's taking your head and stretching it up. And then start to flutter the eyes open. Maybe pull the sleepy dust away. And start to come back. Woo! Monday morning. We can also rub our hands together to make a little bit of energy. Kind of knock it loose. I like to cup the hands and place them over the eyes. Kind of blink the eyes into that warmth. Maybe massage the face. Just organically bringing yourself to yourself. Maybe rubbing forearms, head, neck, like, oh, here I am. This is my body. I'm right here. I like squeezing my arms, almost like giving yourself a hug. Oh. And then releasing that out. I feel the tingles of just moving some of the blood around and getting the mind a little bit woken up. For our next activity, I just purchased these lovely cards, Mindfulness Matters, and we're just going to pick one and we're going to do whatever it tells us to do. Today is up to chance. Part of my reminder to myself and all of us that we have no control. So why don't we practice being okay with that? All right. So the first ball up is pretending to blow a bubble. Pretend you are blowing one big bubble. All right, we're gonna try this. So you can come into that centered place. And then maybe bring to mind the flavor of your favorite bubble gum. Maybe bring awareness to memories of bubble gum. If memories ever bring you into an uncomfortable place, just back right out. Come back to a place of safety. But allowing ourselves to experience or replay the experience. Maybe you don't chew gum like Monica, so you don't understand this experience. Just thinking about the sensations in the mouth of stretching and chewing, salivating. And then the aerobics, the kind of calisthenics that the mouth has to do to work with the tongue and the gum to manipulate the canvas before you blow the air into the bubble. And then once you take that sip of air and press into the gum, this air that's trapped in this beautifully perfect bubble. And then the pinch of the teeth to secure that air. Creating this airtight pocket pillow. How big do you choose to blow that bubble? Do you keep it small so you can crack it? Do you let it go, filling with more and more air, becoming thinner and thinner, more translucent as it grows in size? Does it start to wobble as you blow it? Does it start to get stuck to things? Do you fill up the entire room with bubble? Maybe the bubble starts to pop through the window or the front door and starts to bubble outside of the house or the room, the car. And then that moment when that growth stops, the gum gets too thin and it pulls apart and it pops. Instantaneously flattening all that gum to your face. Maybe there's a moment of panic or of joy, laughter. Remembering the sensation of pulling the gum carefully off the surfaces. Using it to grab more of the stuck material. And then popping it back in your mouth to start all over again. If you inhale, can you smell it? Inhale completely and exhale fully. So slowly come out of that experience and more back into now, carrying that moment with us. Okay. Our next practice of chance, we leave up to the balls. Which ball will it be? Ooh. Beginner's mind. I don't even know if you can read my writing. Beginner's mind. So beginner's mind, one of 9 attitudes of mindfulness. So the idea with mindfulness is that it creates this different level of awareness. It's a different mindset. I think of it more like a lifestyle, right? Like if you're a beach person or a mountain person or a desert person, like it's a way of understanding the world. And so beginner's mind is the most open mind you can have. So I like to imagine, I had a friend whose mom was a very free spirit, and she thought of things I had never, ever imagined. And she showed me that if you approach the world with this wild curiosity, things become more interesting. Whereas if you approach the world with this foreboding, negative, everything is out to get me, then you find that, right? You find those. But if you look at the world of immense possibilities, almost inviting the spirit of a child, like being around kids, they are fascinated by this tissue. This tissue is the most amazing thing because it has nothing to do with the tissue-ness. It's what it could be. And so, approaching things like, oh, what could I do with this? Or allowing creativity, allowing yourself freedom to let the mind go sometimes with pursuits that are simply to do the thing, right? So like knitting or reading or making artwork or just doodling, adult coloring, like whatever activity you can do to approach in a brand new way, right? Every time I bring out the adult coloring books, I have so many people who say, oh, I can't color, I'm too busy, right? Whatever excuse. Yes, I love to color too. Like it opens that door back to childhood where you could just color to color. Doesn't have to be good. Doesn't have to have a purpose. You could literally color for 2 seconds, rip the page out and say, here, mommy, this is for you. And it's done, right? Like beginner's mind, not putting these preconceived notions on what things have to be or should be, right? Trying to eliminate that, the gottas or the shoulds from life, and just embracing let me just see where this moment takes me. That curiosity, that beginning, that freshness. So as you go through the day, I don't have a practice for this morning because I want to do one more activity, but I want you to carry the spirit of like approaching your work day like you've never worked there or done this job before. Like, oh, what am I going to start my day off with today? And let me see where that goes. I know Monica especially deals with a lot of questions constantly coming at her, and the frustration that brings, because if I want to work on project A and people keep coming to me about B, C, D, and E, I can't do this. But being able to say, okay, let me deal with this person's needs, and then I'm going to land back here. And then if somebody else needs me, I'll deal with this, and then I'll land back here. If this needs me, then I need to put my protective barrier on, because my mind is here on this task. And giving ourselves the freedom to be able to identify, I need to focus my energy over here, yet there are these impulses. What can I do to pause the impulses so that I can focus on A, and then return? So different ways that the beginner's mind can help you to reset and prevent the habits by just stopping ourselves and saying, okay, I'm frustrated right now. What could I do differently? Stops the snowball effect of that little stimulus. If I can just pause and deal with the stimulus, then the frustration of that stimulus will be gone. And that's not energy that I'm wasting. I can then put my energy onto the person who comes to me for that. But being able to pause and understand, I can do something differently in this moment. The last chance, I think, is sometimes the most telling. I'm going to pick you both a card from my tarot deck. I use the Rider-Waite tarot. To me, it's like the classic. So, Adrienne, I want you to focus on a question that you have. Doesn't have to be anything deep. Just focusing on something that you want guidance on. And then I'm going to channel that and then see what the cards have to say about it. I want you to tell me when to stop. Yep.
Stop.
Got it. Definitely feel that one. Okay, so we're upside down. Ooh, it looks like some wands. Let's see.
I pulled wands for myself, too, the other day.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I got cups. I got wands. All right. 3 of wands. So I'm going to hold this so that you can see it. Okay. So here we go. An image of entrepreneurial spirit, yearnings, and golden fulfillment. The art of being connected with the world, feeling at home in every port. 2 wands are standing behind the figure, a warning against unconscious drives and motives that exercise their influence. The face turned away, a warning against fleeing to the front, the solution, to look oneself in the face and know what one is doing and why. A little patience, you will find a suitable solution that expands your radius of action and your room to maneuver. For love and relationships, don't wait to be picked up. Make the first move. And take time for yourself and what really matters. Expand your horizons. That will put you and your potential into new perspective. 3 of wands. And says nothing about reverse. Three of Wands. So a couple breaths with that. They always tell us what we need. It's whether or not we listen or not, right? Monica, are you still with us?
Yep, I'm still here.
Can you think of a question you need guidance on?
Sure.
Okay. And are you just listening or can you see me?
I can see you. I pulled my phone out of my pocket.
Okay. So I'm going to have you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Something of Swords. Nine of Swords. Let me find Nine of Swords. I don't think I've ever pulled a card for you.
I don't think so either. I'm going to end up muting because it's going to be loud for a little bit.
That's okay. Here we go. Nine of Swords. Old horizons darken over. New ones lighten up. Fresh mental pastures. Seek and find words to describe impressions that up till now have left you speechless. Go farther in your thoughts that you have so far. Become aware of events which still need to be processed. To distinguish between day and night, the definition of black and white is a huge creative act, when as a result, chaos is tamed. But a nightmare when it simply means that prejudice becomes cemented. He who has grasped his situation cannot readily be restrained. For love and relationships, look at roses in the image. Your soul is made to bloom and grow. There are so many people who are waiting to receive your love and who wish to give theirs to yours. For success and happiness, so put two and two together. Take a thorough look at the contradictions surrounding you. I hope that guidance helped, confused further, whatever tarot brings for you. But I think I hear some things knowing you and what might give you reassurance that you're on the right path. To me, that's what tarot helps, is either to reassure, to help guide you in the path. If you're like, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. Sometimes it gives you that little nudge in like the instinctual path that you want to take, but that you're just scared to do. So with our last couple of moments together, I just want to take a few breaths to get you both ready for the day, to get us all ready for the day and the week ahead. So come lastly to your comfortable seat, coming inside of that skin bubble, filling ourselves with presence, filling ourselves with our own self-awareness, bringing to mind that balance is the key. That when we sway too far to one side, making sure that we come back to the opposite side, the doing and the not doing, the being, coming into ourselves and choosing where we want to focus our energy. We can't do it all, even though we may want to. But we do have a choice. as to where we focus our energy, our time, and our attention. Place your hands over your heart. Say something nice to yourself. Inhale completely and exhale fully. May you be happy and healthy. May you be safe and protected. May you be calm and connected. May you be peaceful and always free. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Monday. Have a wonderful day. See you guys on Wednesday. Bye. Be well, everybody.